but we got smacked, but we got smacked, but we got smacked, but we got smashed, bro.
3, 2, 1, go!
What's up? It's your boy Levelhead back with another Live and Level Gamers podcast. What's up, people?
What's up, my man?
Yeah, man. We are in here. We got a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about. Kawan, what's up, man? But we up in this piece. K-Bum 20, Keith Norris, and yours truly, Levelhead. We got a lot to discuss. Pre-order Mayham.
For sure.
Oh, we got to talk about what's up, Mia? Oh, we got to talk about yesterday night. Early this morning, oh my God, did you get yours? That's the question. Did you get yours? Switch to? And if so, who corroborated? Was it Walmart? Was it Best Buy? Was it Target? Or was it good old GameStop? Where you get it from? I wouldn't know. Didn't know. We gotta talk about that. We also gotta talk about what you didn't want a Switch to. Now you're mad you didn't get one. We gotta talk about that. There's a lot of butt hurt out here. A lot of people upset, mad. But y'all was mad when it came and released and shared its price. Now y'all mad because y'all couldn't get one. Boy, make up your mind. Slap yourself.
Oh my God! Stupid!
Also gotta talk about this PlayStation. Why did I put PlayStation 5 handheld leak? We gotta talk about this PlayStation handheld. See what's going on there. Anything else? Did I miss anything?
I mean, like we talk, well, we might talk about it, but I do want to shout out Game Pass. They've been going crazy. South of Midnight Game Pass. South of Midnight just released. They got this new game called Expedition 33. We talked about that before.
Yeah, that's the French game, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I heard that they're ex-Ubisoft developers.
Yeah.
And this game is getting Game of the Year nods. Hey, what was the last?
It looked beautiful when we saw it.
What was the last Ubisoft Game of the Year nomination? Somebody.
Ooh.
Exactly.
So probably one of the assassins at some point. I don't know.
Man, we gotta talk about that Ghost of Yote. We're gonna talk about that as well.
Oh yeah.
We show that trailer. Let K-Ball just geek out.
Had my
anything
moment.
else? Is that it? Welcome to the show, man. Mia said, I got mine.
For sure.
I hope you got yours. I got two.
Hope you ain't on the cut board because they've been chopping them pre-orders up now. I've been hearing on the street. Word on the street is don't trust nothing.
Two, just in case. One bundle and one regular. So we're going to have to talk about that. Y'all in here, man. It's up to 9 folks viewing. We need y'all to let us know who you is. I need y'all to get in this chat room and sound off. Let me know who you is, what your name is. Did you secure your Switch 2 in lieu of all the mayhem? It was oh my God, it was an experience. Oh, I got a story to tell. To tell. But we get there. If you haven't gotten the opportunity, and if you have HBO Max, I would implore you to start The Last of Us Season 2. 2 episodes in, and it's already matching and maybe even exceeding the first.
Okay.
It's good. Prepare yourself for
That
things to happen.
Probably did the thing I thought they was gonna do already.
All the stuff that takes place.
I'll leave it like that. I'll leave it like that.
They did the thing.
For some Game of Thrones situations
Oh Lord.
where unexpected takes place. If you know, you know. If you don't, you will learn.
If you know, you know.
So get ready for that, and also, or skip it if you don't want to know. Those who played the game may understand. But what's up, Dark Sun Rider? So also, if you haven't gotten a chance, you have Disney Plus. I would behoove you to go and check out Daredevil, Born Again. Excellent.
Just finished episode 7.
Are you on? You got one more then, don't you?
I got 2 more. It's 9, right?
I thought it was 8. Then if it's 9,
I don't know. I thought it was 9.
I think it's 9.
It is 9. Then I need to go.
Because I believe it was supposed to be 18 episodes in one season, but then they chopped it up into 2 different seasons.
Let me answer me this, K-Bum. What happened? Give me something that happened in the episode that you watched, and I can know where.
The serial killer kind of revealed himself.
Okay, yeah. You.
I'll leave it like that.
You got 2 more to go. You right.
Yep.
What else? Sinners is out.
Man, I got a good chance to see that.
Michael B. Jordan. I'm trying to get my wife to come off her high horse of anti-zombie and vampire, and go see the movie. She said, you can go see it yourself. I said, no. We are going to see it. She said,
we are family.
Yes, we shall share in this moment of screaming and hollering. Anyway, I plan on going to see Sinners at some point. It's getting crazy reviews. It killed on the weekend. Number 1.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see it this weekend.
Yeah, I gotta see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go see it probably on Sunday if things work out to my either Sunday or Tuesday of next week. I'm gonna go see it. But anyway, but yeah, so we y'all jumping in. Comic Book Crunch.
Hey, hold on, man. We can't be doing this.
Wait a minute now. There's no
June
New Jack
5th.
City.
He said June 5th.
June 5th.
No
Meet
New
me
Jack
outside.
City. And we talking about sinners. Don't be a
Oh
sinner.
man.
Comic Book Crunch, don't be a sinner. Thou shalt not steal.
Lord have mercy.
Especially on robbery. Let's not do
He
that.
said, catch me outside.
Check your local GameStops. That's all I'm going to say. Keep calling your local GameStops.
Lord have mercy.
You may look up on one. Anyway, so y'all ready to get into what you've been gaming on?
Man, let's hop into it, man.
Let's go. Yeah. You know what time it is. It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on.
Wrap it up.
But we got Smash Bros though.
Okay, so who taking the floor?
I'll jump in. I know Keith goes first a lot, so I'll go ahead and jump in.
For sure.
So what I've been gaming on is the usual. I haven't decided which single player I'm going to play as of yet. So for me, I really didn't have too much time. I was in the Easter or the Resurrection Sunday I was in the play, so I had to do some rehearsing and stuff like that. So I didn't get too much time. But I did get in chance to play some of the Marvel Rivals again. Got a chance to play with my brother and some other homies. Did that and a little bit of 2K, getting back into that, and then looking forward to college football. But that's pretty much what I've been gaming on. Just 2K with a little bit of sorry, Marvel Rivals with a little bit of 2K.
I've been playing my laptop trying to get that Switch 2 pre-order. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, Nia. We're going to talk about it. All right, Mr. Norris, take the floor, sir.
Yes, sir. So I didn't play my usuals. I've actually told myself now that I, have secured the block, I'm gonna put switch down for a moment and pick
What?
it all.
Wait a minute. Pause. This is an
What's
actual
up?
pause moment. So all
Come on,
that
what's up? What we
bloviating,
doing?
all that I'm in love with my Switch. I'm just in love. But you don't need a Switch too. We can wait. Now you talking about you retiring the Switch? It's
Wait, who
not
said that
June
you don't
5th.
need a switch too?
You
No,
said
I
you don't
said
need a
what I'm
Switch.
what I'm saying is I want to finish my games on the Switch too. That's all.
But you said you
I
was
am going.
enjoying the Switch, and it's cool. It's fine.
I'm enjoying the games. I am going to finish my games on the Switch too.
All
This
right.
gives me time to play other games that I have neglected. Starting with this game, Star Wars Survivor. I played a little bit
Oh
of that.
Lord, you have not finished that?
No, man, I had not finished that. And then my freaking
Playing
PlayStation
games like
controller wasn't
nothing.
working. PlayStation controller wasn't working, so now I'm trying to learn how to play that game using mouse and keyboard, and oh boy, that's a task.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, played a little bit of Star Wars Survivor. Didn't get far, but I'm probably finna pick that back up. And then, thanks to Level, he sent the demo, not demo, but he sent the information about the Star Wars Outlaws demo. So I downloaded that to check that out because I wanted to see how that game was, and it's cool. It's cool. When I got to how do you say it? How you say that? How you say that?
Tatooine.
Tatooine. When I got to Tatooine and I got to the Tatooine.
Yeah,
Tattooing, like tattooing your
Tatooine.
skin. Tattooing.
I thought it was Tatooine. I mean, you're probably right. It's all good.
I don't
I
know.
ain't tripping.
I thought that's what you said. Tattooing. Tattooing.
Where
Tattooing.
where Luke and
Tatooine.
Luke and them grew up. That's where I was
Yeah,
at.
down the
Uh,
street.
but anyway, went into the little city and it was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. I was like, this is a beautiful game. But then I got into the combat and I'm just like, I don't know if I learned anything because I was getting my butt handed to me basically.
Merc.
I was getting murked. Probably got to lower the difficulty, but other than that, the game seemed cool. It still got it has some Ubisoft stank on it. Go here's a bunch of
Ubisoft
stuff popping
thing.
up on the map.
Mm-hmm.
But other than
That's
that, I think the developer is massive. I think they did a good job based on what I played. And what
massive,
else?
massive. I think isn't that the people who did the division? I think that's massive, right?
Is that the division?
I thought that was the people who did division. Massive. Gotta double check that. Go ahead. I'll double check.
All right, and I want to say, yeah, that's all I played. That is it. I didn't play anything. Well, did I play? No, I didn't play Xenoblade. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you put down the
that's
switch.
it.
You want?
Well, I didn't know if I had played it though, because I came up with this last night. After I said I got it. All right, switch to.
Okay.
Man, it feel good to be this good. Yep, Massive did Tom Clancy Division, and they did Division 2. They did Avatars, Pandora, and Star Wars Outlaws.
Well, that Division and Division 2 are beautiful, so I can see it.
Yep, and Division 3 is coming out at some point, I guess. Anyway,
Nice.
So I didn't do a whole lot of gaming. What's up, Alan Steve? I didn't do a whole lot of gaming, but I did play a little bit of what Keith was just spoken on, and that was Star Wars Outlaws. I really didn't get anywhere. I kind of just ran around the ship and was just looking at things and highlighting things, and I was like, I'm gonna come back and check it out at a later date. But it is a free demo. I guess they just announced it because I saw it. I forgot where I saw it at, and I was like, "What free?" No, it was actually. It came up on my Google when I was on.
It was a Star Wars Day. It was like doing the Star Wars Day this past weekend.
And they was like, "Go check it out." I got an article that said, "Go check it out if you want to see what it's on." So I did that. Also, me and the girls, and I kind of really just watched them play Mario Kart 8 because I was in Keith mode where I was calling myself getting my last horizon, intimate time with what shall not be in the front room anymore. As I
Bye bye.
send her off into the abyss of my daughter's den room. I thank you for your 8 years, but you gotta go. So anyway, that's all I've been playing on. With that being said, we got a lot to discuss on tonight. Yesterday at around 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, we were all invited to the squared circle of King of the Hill. Facing off not against a few people, but the world, or the Eastern Hemisphere, or Western Hemisphere, the United States and Canada, trying to secure what seemed to be impossible, the Switch 2. And before we let you know if we got them or not, we'll get to Keith already kind of let the bag out for him, but I'll let you know if I got one or not here in a second. But we got to talk about this pre-order and the mayhem, the chaos, just the absolute heart-wrenching, sad, feeling like an absolute loser. This experience made me feel for a minute. Keith, and I know K-Bum was kind of living through us.
I was looking at the comments while playing some not Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, minding my own business.
Yeah, hold up. I thought you was gonna talk a little longer. I got this.
My bad. I was trying not to talk over you. That's what you told me.
No,
Stop
you good.
talking over you.
Oh man, this man done went back.
No, I was
Stop
just
confusing me.
Anyway, so as y'all know, the 24th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, Standard Time, the Switch 2 pre-orders went up. Target, Walmart, Best Buy. So I want to tell my story first, Keith, before I bring you in. So my plan, and shouts out to, what is his name? Some Russell. What is this guy's name? He helped me secure the PlayStation 5 when I got it. So I want to get this dude shouts out. He has some health ailments, but this dude be doing this thing on I'm dragging it out. I'm not dragging it out. We ain't got much to talk about tonight, Nia. It ain't much here, but I got to get this dude his dues, cause he was helping a brother out, and he kept me hopeful. He was encouraging. I was like, brother, this ain't happening. Don't refresh. Just stay there. Just stay there. Don't give up. Keep the fight
stay in
going.
the pocket.
Stay there. And I was like, brother, I'm freaking out. I'm spazzing out. I'm about to quit. Don't quit level. I thought he was talking to me for 2 seconds. I'm like, did he say my name? Don't quit. I'm gonna get one. So anyway, what is this dude name? There he is, Jake Randall. Shouts out to you, bro. Randall has. I came across this dude channel when I was trying to get the PlayStation 5. I didn't do it at pre-order, at the initial pre-order, and I happened to be watching his channel. I don't know how he fell into my algorithm and suggestions, but I was checking him out, and he was showing you how to get and where to go, to get a PlayStation 5. He helped me get me a PlayStation 5, and then later on he helped me get my brother a PlayStation 5. So, he does his thing. He tell you who up, when they up. He gives you where to be and where to go, and I secured one without much hassle. When I got the Switch, wasn't much hassle. Oh, but the Switch 2. Lord, no, y'all see that big FAILED? That's what was going on all last night. So I was going to Best Buy. I don't want to take up because I want to give Keith the opportunity to tell his horror story as well. I was like, I'm going to go to Best Buy. Best Buy always do your brother right. I just go in, I click pre-order and put it in my cart, and I everything already preloaded and all my card already there. That's one place my card is, and all I got to do is click, put the little 3 numbers in there, and leveled is in there. Switch to secured, Best Buy, midnight pickup. Let's go. That wasn't happening. I was stuck in line for almost an hour and a half. So I got anxious. And Jake said, don't do it. I was like, but Jake, I gotta do it. Jake said, don't open up another line. Just stay on your line. Don't open up a level. I couldn't. Keith came up. I opened up another line. I was like, oh, okay, we got 2 lines. And I'm in line in 2 different lines. I gotta get one. It's gonna happen for me. We gonna win tonight. And I couldn't even wait. I like this taking too long. I opened up another window, got into another line. It's safe to say, what's up, Cherry Man, that things wasn't going too good for Best Buy. First of all, Best Buy didn't start letting you do anything until 11:25, 11:30. They didn't even, 12:30. Eastern time. So you in there, I'm in here at 11:59 my 10:59 my time, and couldn't do anything until 11:30 my time, or 12 o'clock Eastern time, 12:30 Eastern time. I think, Keith, you had the same issue, right, with Best Buy, right?
Yeah, I was in line.
Yeah, I was. So.
Oh wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you talking about the line?
Yeah. Well, waiting for Best Buy to even let you do anything.
Oh yeah. Man, I kept hitting F5. Go ahead.
Right. I'm refreshing on my phone. They said don't go to the online. Go to the app. I already got it here. I downloaded this 2-3 weeks ago. Made sure all my credentials was in there. I'm on the app, Jake. I'm here. What I need to do? Just stay that level. Okay, I'm here. Nothing happening. In line, waiting. Just seeing this circle turning. I'm hearing people say, I got mine from Walmart. My heart, thank you, good. Bless the Lord. You got one. Glory, Jesus. Hallelujah. I'm just happy for y'all. Just waiting for my turn. It's going to happen for me. He going to see me. Zacchaeus in his tree. Anyway, let me stop taking my
That's church right there.
I'm sitting up here like, man, I'm going to get it. I can feel it in there. That bubble just kept on turning in a circle. I'm like, oh, I'm sweating bullets. It's 12:30. Nothing happening. So I hear Keith saying, oh, I'm done. I'm going over to Walmart. Then the next thing I know, Keith got him one. I got me one. I was like, Lord Jesus, Lord, no. Keith got one. What's his eyes going to do, Jesus? I got to get this Switch too. So I go over the wall. I go to Target.
And you got quiet, bro. You got quiet. Like when I put it in there, I was like, Evan ain't saying nothing.
man, I
He ain't
couldn't say
talking.
nothing because every time I talked to you, Best Buy kicked me out of my spot. I was losing my line, space in line. So I was like, I can't talk, Keith. You hurt my feelings. Oh, Lord, Keith, got it, Lord Jesus. What I'm going to do?
One hitter quitter.
Oh,
TKO.
Nia got her one too. Oh, Lord Jesus. Nia got one. What am I doing wrong? Walmart. So I was like, let me go. So I went over to Walmart. Couldn't do anything in Walmart. Walmart not acting right. I'm just acting funny. So hey, Jake say, Target back up more at Target. So I run over to Target. I actually get one in the cart. It's in the cart. I can see it. Switch to $4.99 Mario Kart. You got it, sir. I'm feeling all happy and cheerful. I put my stuff in. I push pay, and it says no. What you mean? Something ain't right.
No, sir.
Everything
No,
is
sir.
right, sir. I look at the
Good day, sir.
No, every time I pushed it, my phone said, I did not just tell you no, stop, it's over. Hopeless. Give up. And then it said sold out. I went into despair. I'm upstairs. My wife looking at me like, I married a simp. I married a little nothing man who's looking at this phone about to cry in tears because he can't get his toy. And then I went back to Walmart. I went over to Walmart. And it let me get in there, and I thought I had one. And it said the bundle is sold out. I was like, I'm about to give up. I'm about to give up. And I came out, and something caught my eye. Something said, look down at the bottom. I saw the base model. Walmart said that we got 3 more left. I was like, oh, Lord, you're talking to me. I hit it. I hit it. I'm not joking. I'm just telling you my price. It's by this time it is $12.50. Do y'all hear me? It's $12.50. I hit it. 3 left. I hit the $49. Got it in my chart, my cart. Put my information in there. It started glitching out on me. By this time I'm wiring up. I'm looking like the emoji with the tears, and I'm like, this is not happening. I'm gonna have to be on this tariff paying. I'm gonna have to get me a $600 switch from some of these sharks out here. I gotta have my switch. I got it in there. 10 minutes went by. 15 minutes went by. Just stalling, just like it ain't gonna happen. Then I get this alert. You have secured your Switch 2.
Package secured.
Darkwing, what's up, brother? You hear my story? You hear my pain? So at 1:10. No. Keith, when did I text you? About 1:20. Your boy had finally secured him a Switch 2 for $4.99. But I got a little bit more to tell y'all, but I'm going to let Keith, and I'm going to give you an update because I got more to the story. But I went a good minute. I want to bring Keith in here to let him tell his horror stories, and then I'll come back and give y'all a little bit more information on my securing of the Switch 2. Go ahead, Keith.
But wait, there's more. All right, so I don't know if I can be as animated as Level, but I'll do my best. So my horror story, I was just gonna use my phone on Best Buy because I didn't want to get it from Walmart. I'm like, Walmart always mess something up. I'm not dealing with Walmart. And I'm talking to the video game her, and we going back and forth. She telling me that she got all her screens up and she ready. She got multiple mouse and she's ready. So I'm like, all right, let me go and turn my computer on. So I go in there, I pull up Target, and then like I said, I had Best Buy on my phone just in case the web page went down. Maybe I'll get a chance with the app, So 11 o'clock hits because we central. 11 o'clock hits, still nothing. I refresh, and then I see that yellow sign. Pre-order's ready. So I go Target. Got it in my cart. I'm like, oh, this is easy. I got
it. This is easy.
Something went wrong. What do you mean something went wrong? No, I'll take it back. The moment I got it in my cart, I go to press the thing for payment. It said, oops, The web page crashed. I was like, bro, don't you do this to me. Don't you do this. I'm hitting F5. I don't really want to hit F5 because I know it'll clear your card out or whatever. So I'm battling with Target while also going back and forth with Best Buy. And as Level already mentioned, it ain't available yet. About 11:25 is when Best Buy started to let you pre-order. But I'm gonna say something about Best Buy. I like the way they did it though, even though I didn't get mine from there. So I'm going back and forth with Target. I'm like, I'm not finna get this. I'm scrolling on Twitter. I'm seeing people who ain't even like Nintendo fans talking about saying, I got it. I'm like, hey, bro, y'all don't even like Nintendo like that, and you getting the Switch? I'm seeing people talking about, I got two of them, bro. What's going on? From Best Buy. Excuse me. I heard one dude said he got one Switch and then he got another one to break it apart. Bro, don't do that. I don't even have one at this point. Spawnway, yeah.
I heard that.
He said he gonna take it apart. I was like, what? And he got two. But anyway, so Nia finally messaged me and said that she got hers from Walmart. She's like, go to Walmart. I'm still on that. Man, I don't like Walmart like that. I ain't finna mess with them like that. But I go to Walmart. But I'll take that back. I was already on Walmart earlier just to see if I was going to get through, and it was crashing, talking about, wait, you're in line or whatever. So I go back to Walmart after she told me to go back to Walmart, and I get it. I'm like, oh, is it going to go through? And I see it spinning, and I'm like, wait, no, that ain't the right one. Or something like that. And then I went back. And then I went back, and it went through, got my confirmation. I was like, hey, yo. Because I used the wrong payment type. I forgot I wasn't going to use Walmart, so I didn't have my payment type set up right. So I had to cancel one and go back in, and it worked. And I started seeing everybody, Dr. Trey, some other folks on Twitter. Everybody's getting their pre-order from Walmart. So now I'm getting nervous. Like, hey, whoa. Everybody getting a pre-order from Walmart? Walmart finna start canceling. That was my first initial reaction, but so far so good. Walmart haven't said anything. But yeah, everybody was getting their bundles from Walmart. So let me talk about Best Buy. Best Buy, like Level said, they didn't start allowing you to pre-order until about 11:25. And what I liked what they did was they didn't allow you to do everything at once. It was the Mario Kart bundle first, because I remember Level he messaged me and he said, I'm in line. And I was thinking he went to the store, but he was like, no, I'm in line at Best Buy. So they only allowed the Mario Kart bundle first. And after they did that, then they did the regular one. And then Best Buy had their own bundles that they started allowing. So Best Buy never crashed because they didn't allow everybody to just hit them on their webpage. They some experts at this. But all that to say, I got my Switch 2. I was a little upset. I almost gave up after Target crashed and wasn't going to let me do it. And I almost went to bed without a Switch 2 pre-order. But I ended up getting the one without Mario Kart, believe it or not. Because I told myself, as long as I get the system without Mario Kart. What? As long as I get the system K-Bond, that's all I need. I just need the system. I'm gonna get what I can get.
That ain't what I heard. That ain't what I heard.
Hey,
that ain't what I heard. I heard it had to be here. It had to be the. Oh Lord! When the rubber hits the road, my man said, "I just give it to him. I don't care how she look.
I just need it at this point." Well, I want to say this.
I've been too deep.
I do want to say this. I think Nintendo got way more than we thought, and I think that initial wave of everybody thinking that, I'm not going to be able to get one, had everybody tripping, and that's why everything crashed. But so far, most people been getting Switch 2 pre-orders, and I think they got a lot of like today, people still getting them. You know what I mean? So I think we were good. I know we didn't want to miss out, but that's all I got.
So speaking of,
let me go real quick. I'll tell you what I did that night.
Oh my gosh!
I'm hearing from my point of view. So I'm relaxing. I'm chilling. I forgot the pre-order was even going on that day because I wasn't tripping. I'm chilling. I forgot it was even pre-orders, and then I just see the chat just starting lighting up. I'm like, all right, what's going on in the chat? It's too late. I know these dudes be sleep, be gone. I'm only want to be up at 1:00. Level got a whole basketball team full of kids. I know he sleep.
Dang,
And I
man,
look
how
up and
much?
oh, I said,
Man.
oh yeah, the pre-order. Oh, for sure. And I go on the chat and I see high hopes at the beginning. Yeah, man. I'm gonna hop in this Target line. Yo, hey, you in that Target? Yeah, I'm in that Target line. I'm gonna hop in the Target. I was in my car. I got in my car. I'm about secure. I'm like, oh man, it's going good. And I go back to playing my game. I come back 15, 20 minutes later. That high hopes is gone. It ain't nothing but fear and despair in that chat. These boys, they were going through it. I'm telling you. They were, from my point of view, I thought I was having a good time. I was enjoying myself, but I
Oh, you was
know.
enjoying our misery, huh? Okay, I see how
Yeah,
you is.
yeah, yes, bro. I was cool as the other side of the pillow, as my man used to say. But man, I saw the fear and despair, and it was bad. And I saw Chief say he's done. I'm like, no, don't give up, not Keith. You can do it. Just
Done.
hold on.
He needed to listen to Jake. Jake had the only reason I stayed as long as I did because Jake kept telling me, "Hold on, sir, just stay there, just keep watching." I'm like, brother, I am dying. My heart are
That's what
sunk to the bottom of my toes. I'm out of here, sir. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh
that's what
man.
Nia was for me. Nia was for me. She's like, don't quit. I was like, no, forget them.
Oh man! And then I look in the chat. They said, "K Bond, you get yours." I'm like, what? I didn't. Even, I think I put a laughing emoji. I'm like, man, I am enjoying my freedom without. Because I know how I was. When I was stressed out trying to get the PS2, um, PS5. Sorry, PS5. Stressed out, going through all the websites, having 15 windows open. I know how it feels. I'm like, nah. I'm cool. I can wait. I ain't tripping off. These tariffs kind of scare
Don't
me,
say
but I
that.
ain't tripping.
I want to tell the story. I want to tell
I
something.
can wait.
So can
Go
I?
ahead, bro.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Solo
Yeah, you good.
X, welcome to the show, Solo. So what Solo said, got mine at GameStop in person. Woke up at 6 a.m. and only 6 people in line. I was the 7th person. I got the MK8 or the MK World bundle and the camera. Fire.
He got the camera too.
So I told you my story wasn't done, and it goes back to what. And hold on to what Solo just said there. Welcome to the show, Solo. You came at an impeccable time. Your timing was just impeccable. So
That's your burner.
I got it.
That's your burner.
I ain't that good.
Pete got a burner.
I ain't Kevin Durant. My burner is leveled. It is my burner. But anyway, so as I let you know, I got it through Walmart. And Keith, it was something Keith said that just, he kept saying, man, everybody got it at Walmart. And I don't know how, he said, I don't know how I feel. I don't feel as confident. Nia, I see Nia on X. No, he shows what Nia said. They better have, I know they better have my Switch too. That's all I know. I'm like, I just don't have no confidence in what I just did. What's up, Dark 301? Welcome to the show. So Solo, I'm coming to you, Solo. Just hold on, just hold out real quick. I got because you right where I had to, where my mind went. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, I'm looking. I keep going back to my email just to see if it's for reals. Switch to 449, secure confirmed June 5th. It'll be at your door. Okay, I go back. I go to sleep. I wake up. I literally woke up like 2-something in the morning and looked at my email again. Did they cancel it? Is it gone? So it is still there. So I go to work in the morning. I had to tell these dudes, I'm like, man, I can't stop looking and see if they sent me a cancel message. Your Switch 2 has been canceled. So I just couldn't take it no more. So I called GameStop. Now, by this time, it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I call GameStop. I say, hey, do y'all have any more pre-orders for Switch 2? He's like, yes, but the person's on the phone said, but we can't guarantee how long we're going to have anymore. I said, I know that. I'm at work. I'm upset. I'm like, I got the Switch 2 from Walmart secured. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. And I'm like, should I go out here and do the in-person. I ain't been to GameStop in years. I don't even fool with GameStop. I stopped fooling with GameStop years ago. Best Buy was my place. I didn't feel confident about Walmart, and I definitely didn't feel confident about them delivering it to my house. I'm like, man, it gets lost in shipping and handling. No, I want to pick it up in person. I know they're going to get it to the store. They ain't losing nothing going to the store. So I'm at work. I don't get off until about 3. I'm like, man, so I put in the chat. I call them again. I call them at like 2 o'clock. Hey, do y'all still have any pre-orders for the Switch 2? I'm thinking they finna say, no, all out. They hit me back. They say, yeah, we got them. We still got some. I said, y'all still got some? Yeah, we still got some. I'm like, okay. I think I'm going out here. I still don't go out. Then I get this text from somebody. It said, hey, bro. Matter of fact, let me read what this dude said. Because it's the only reason I went to Best Buy. I was like, my car having problems. I shouldn't even drove it out there. My car was talking to me the whole time. You know you don't supposed to be driving me this far. We got to get this stuff fixed. So I get this text from somebody in the chat. Somebody that was laughing at us. But all of a sudden, he has a change of heart. He says, now K-Bum never does a voice message. But this time, this brother does a voice message. He says, hey, you keep on talking about GameStop. Are you serious going out there to get one? I said, man, I'm thinking about it. I think I need to go out there and get one from there so I know for sure I got one. I ain't got to worry about Walmart canceling my order. I hear this dude say, if you serious, brother, I'm going to send you $50 to get me one. I said, you dead serious? Like, bruh, yeah, I'm dead serious. I thought he was joking. So I called up GameStop again. Now, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, y'all. Now, I don't know if it was just the Lord understanding my plight and situation, and I just got favor from heaven. I called out here again. Do y'all have any Switch 2 pre-orders available? Dude said yes. I hit up K-Bum, bro, they got them. Do you want it for real? He said yes. I'm like, you serious? He said yes. I'm sending it. Where do you want me to send it? So I get into my old car that needs some work, some serious work. It was talking to me. But I got on out there, and they had 6 Mario Kart bundles left and 12 base models left. I don't know what was going on in my town, but he said we only had 30 at first. But he said they called us back and said we actually have 80. So my store got 80 Switch 2s. Because even though my town is not huge, our town basically is the hub of a lot of other smaller towns. So I think since we only got one GameStop, they closed the other one down. I think they stocked them up pretty well to service that whole area. But people hadn't come out to get it yet. So I went out there. I was like, I said, let me get one of the Mario Kart bundles. He gave me the bundle. I said, can I get one from my friend? I had K-Bum on the phone with me. He talking. He's like, brother, I'm right here. Dude was like, you got to have another person here. You got to have somebody else here. So I was like, well, K-Bum, I'll get yours. I already got the one in Walmart. We good. He's like, no, bro, you get that one. And if, whatever. I was like, no, man. He said, well, if you bring somebody else back, I'll give you another. You just have to have another person. So I had to call old Miss Levelhead. She was just about to get off work. My wife is liking me for the last few days, so I knew I had favor. I said, now she know K-Bum real name in the whole family, and I let her know what was up. She said, yeah. What you need to do? So she come home, drop the kids off. We head back out. K-Bum cash at me his $50. I go out there with K-Bum. K-Bum, you didn't know. I had 4 bars on my phone. Like, I was literally about to die. If you said, if you said, if you said, if you would have said two more words than necessary, we would have got it. So
That's funny.
that's why I was trying to rush it. Like, oh yeah, you said, is that a E or I said no, it's an I N. I N. That's why I said because I knew it wasn't much left on my phone.
That's funny.
So not only did I get me a bundle from GameStop, I got K Bum a bundle from GameStop. So not only does me and Keith have Switch 2s, Mr. K Bum 20 has a Switch 2. So this right here,
But we got
this sample right here is appropriate.
but we got Smash Bros.
That's Smash Bros. So anyway, I went on and canceled my Walmart
Get out of here.
Switch 2. So somebody listening, there may be a Switch 2 base model from Walmart. If you go right now, you might be able to get one. So I got mine from GameStop. I'm gonna be able to go get it at midnight. I get me and K Bum's Switch 2 at midnight from GameStop. I'm taking off June 5th, and I'm gonna secure those packages. And I feel way better now that I got it at GameStop. GameStop for I could not rest with Walmart. I just couldn't. I got it at 1 a.m. I just don't. And you kept saying, another person said Walmart. I was like, man, I just don't have no confidence in Walmart.
It's true. It's
I
true.
was like, nah, man, I got to go on out here. And then K-Ball was like, man, you keep on talking about these pre-orders, bro. You might well go on and get me one too. I thought he was joking. K-Ball, what changed your mind, man?
So I was always not always sorry. Um, After what I saw, and it was funny because we had the conversation. You kind of asked me why was I still on the fence between the Switch and the Steam Deck, and it wasn't that I was on the fence with the Switch or the Steam Deck. Um, the contemplation was, when was I going to get the Switch? I guess it wasn't accurately portrayed that that's what I was doing, but I didn't have really any interest in getting it in launch. I wasn't. I was going to wait until maybe Christmas time or maybe next year to get it. But I guess just the hoopla and thinking to myself, I am going to travel this fall. I'm going to Jamaica, and I got another trip to Thailand and Singapore. And I'm like, it would be useful having that on the plane, and I said, because all the talk, I said, let me call. So I actually called my local GameStop after I heard that GameStop still kind of had some in. I called about 3-4 of them, and they were all sold out. Actually, one had 5 left, but the guy told me it's more than 5 people in line, so I doubt you make it. So I was like, okay. And I kind of threw it to the side. I wasn't worried about it. I wasn't going to fret about it. I would have got it eventually. But looking at the power of it, and the fact that it is more powerful than the Steam Deck, I mean, there's no doubts about that. And the fact that it's pushing these games out in a good clock, and some games 4K 120. I'm like, well, that kind of speaks to me. And what made me want to switch more? You want to be honest with you? What made me want to switch more was seeing the Nintendo people say they didn't want it. I actually said that on the chat. What made me want to switch more was seeing Nintendo people say this is not what they wanted. Because if you guys remember, if you want to go back to 10 years ago, when I first got on this chat, and I talked about
Everything
to focus on.
oh, okay.
The Switch 2
Say that again.
is
You went out.
my fault. I said, if you go back to when I first started the podcast, I stated some things on what I wanted Nintendo to do. And I always talked about they should prioritize third party support. That was always my thing. I always said it, and I said they should put more power into the system. And I taught everything that I asked Nintendo to do to switch to is that. And that's why I was so surprised that people didn't like it. But I'm like, this is exactly what I asked Nintendo to do. So I would support that because this is what I wanted from Nintendo. And so that was kind of my thinking behind it, and kind of the reason why I went ahead and bit the bullet for launch.
Okay. I was just shocked. I was like, wow, this dude is dead serious. So, yeah, we got him. Go ahead, Keith.
No, I wasn't shocked that he was going to get it, but like he said, what I didn't know was when. The reason I wasn't shocked is because he was defending Nintendo. I saw moments where he was like, "Yo, that don't sound right," and I'm like, "Yo, K-Bone defending Nintendo." He even said it himself. So I was like, "Okay, there's some positivity here." But again, I didn't know when. It just so happened that the cards aligned. So
yeah.
Shouts out to Matt Jazz 47. He said there was too many games to look forward to this year to even think about right now. And I already have the Switch. I ain't mad.
That's a fair statement because it is a lot of great games coming out this year.
Yeah,
some great games already came out.
Yeah, we got to talk about one. Which we go to here in a second. So, real quick, and I guess I throw this at Keith since K-Bum didn't really have a struggle getting his. He ain't had to stay up. He ain't lose no sleep.
I didn't struggle at all, brother.
Man,
that's crazy.
You need to thank the Lord for friends like me.
I've already done that several times. When we're doing that, I've already done that. I even thanked your wife. Even thanked your wife.
Yeah, you did. No, I'm messing because I know you would have did the same flip. Because you tried to get me the PlayStation 5, if I'm not mistaken. But,
yeah, most likely.
So, grade this, Keith, for me. Grade this pre-order with the Switch 2. Was it a fail? Was it great? What's your thoughts?
I want to say it was a fail, but I don't think it was a fail. I think that initial rush crushed the internet. But I think once people start moving around or people start, I don't want to say giving up, but just kind of like backed off the networks a little bit, then everybody was able to get it. Like I was saying in my opening, like everybody was getting them from Walmart, people was getting them from Target, Best Buy. It's because everybody had kind of like just backed off of it. So I don't want to say it was a fail. I do think it could have been better. I do like the way Best Buy did theirs, and I'm gonna give Walmart their credit too. Even that's where I got mine from. I'm gonna give Walmart their credit too because they started putting people in line on the online line, and I think that was the best way to do it. Have some type of structure to keep it under control. Target was not like that. Target was like first come, first serve, and I don't think that was fair because it really bogged down their network.
Man, so I'm gonna say this is the worst experience I've ever had getting a new console, but I can't say it is a fail because I got one. I believe it was the favor of the Lord because everything on my end was just falling apart. But He knew my heart. I know. I said this in the chat. I meant it. I think the Lord just knew my heart. He knew this brother is sinking into despair. Let me open up the let 3 more Switch 2 show up in the thing. He said, "They look down there, son. Just go over there and stop being so pitiful for your wife can like you again." So anyway, but thank the Lord. So I got one, but then I got an opportunity. If I would have knew today was going to go like it would have went, I would have went to sleep with no. But I just didn't trust going to stand in line.
I don't trust GameStop at all.
And I don't know if I should right now.
They usually good for it at this point.
Okay, so they kind of know what they getting. So
yeah. That stuff is already decided on way in advance.
Cool. So
that makes sense about those.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that makes me think about those rumors. Remember those rumors that were saying that there's a surplus of Nintendo Switch 2s that's already over here,
Hmm.
and yeah, it just makes me believe that it was true.
Well, I'm just glad I know I put them receipts up. K-Bum, I got them receipts so secure. Fire couldn't get to them receipts. I do got them secure. They in fire coming, they burning up. But dude told me at the thing, because I called him back, like, now if I come to pick this up, I can pick up his as well. He said, long as you have his number, his phone number, you should be able to get it. So I was like, cool. So I said, do I need these papers? He said, not necessarily. We got you on file, but I would keep it just for uh, general purposes. So I was like, cool. So they are in 4 safes with lock and key and guards walking around it all day long. So we did it, y'all.
You did it.
I see. Is that Scarf's tail? I got one. Best Buy had me stay on the wait in line screen for half an hour, and then asked me to sign in again and completed the order. Wow, man, you had a better experience than me. Stay happy, still happy about it. I wish I could have got it from old Best Buy. I just Best Buy. I would have felt the most confident with Best Buy, securing it through Best Buy.
Facts.
But GameStop felt just a little bit more comfortable than an email from Walmart. I just promise you, it just felt way more believable, way more personable, and I just felt right. Like, okay, this feels right. So as I was sitting there canceling for for Walmart, some was like, do I want to cancel right now? Do I just want to wait? I was like, no, I can't have this going through. I need to cancel this. I got it. God opened the door. Be thankful. So I went on to cancel and went on about my business. So anyway, so let's talk about, because we pretty much talked about most of what I want to talk about, but we can give another 20, 30 minutes. We don't have to stay too long tonight. So as y'all know, with the Switch 2 commotion and all the stuff there, we got some commotion around Microsoft and ROG Ally working on a collab handheld. Well, out of nowhere, we got a leak rumor for the handheld, a handheld coming from Sony PlayStation. So I'm going to pull this up real quick, but K-Bum, I'm gonna give the floor to you, bro. What are you thinking? I don't know how to really bring this in. What are your thoughts around the idea of Sony re-entering the handheld space? And what would you want? And I'm gonna pull up this article on what supposedly is going to be able to do. What would you, as a PlayStation fan, what would you want out of a Sony handheld, looking back at the Vita and the PSP? What would you want now from Sony in a handheld?
So, um, I did not, I did not have the PSP, nor did I have the Vita. Um, I, It's funny but I'm not a big fan of mobile gaming in the sense of playing separate games, right? What interests me about Sony more than a handheld for Sony was the Portal, because the Portal was I was able to play my actual PS5 games, right, on the actual portable device. What I didn't care for with kind of the Vitas and the PSP was like you were kind of playing something that was like the console games, but not really. And so none of that really interests me. What interests me about the Switch more than the PlayStation handheld was the fact that you're playing the actual console level games, maybe at a lower resolution when it's handheld, but you're not. It's not a separate game. right? And they did that with, I believe, God of War. There was a separate either Vita or PSP version of God of War, and Uncharted. There was a separate like Uncharted experience on the PSP Vita, and so that it never really interested me, right? And so I didn't really. I think the same thing too with Metal Gear Solid. They had a separate mobile version, and I was never interested in it. But with Sony, so what Sony has to do to make me interested in a handheld game is something that I don't think they're going to be able to do. I don't think they're going to be able to provide the level of graphics necessary with the price needed to be effective. Nintendo's already showing, and others are already showing that it is hard, very difficult to make a powerful mobile system. And I don't want, and this is difficult for me because I don't want a separate device, right? I don't want a separate device that's playing different games. And that's what I kind of struggle with is with the Sony standpoint is that it feels like they're going to give you separate games than you're going to get on the regular, because I believe this is coming around PS6 time frame. And so that's the piece that kind of bothers me. I don't think it's going to be a scaled down version of the console game. I think it's going to be a separate game. I think Xbox is in the best position because Series S is kind of the target for the mobile type of games. And so their developers and they've already conditioned in the Xbox ecosystem to make games that are scalable to that system. And that's around the spot you would see those handheld fit. And so I don't know. It's weird because I just pre-ordered Switch 2, but in the same breath, I'm saying that I'm not jumping to get a PlayStation Portable, right? Because to me, Nintendo makes games scalable to their device. Their first party games are going to be scalable to their device, and they do a amazing job of getting all the power out of whatever system that they have at their disposal. I don't think Sony first party is that good because they push high end graphics. And so it's hard to scale down those high end graphics and still get that level of fidelity that you're getting on the PS6. So I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place with it. I'm not trying to, but that's kind of my initial thoughts about it. Right.
Okay. Keith, before I read some of this article and play some of our digital foundry friends, what they had to say, you got anything to add to?
What was the initial question?
What would you want from a Sony handheld device in this generation at this point in time? Knowing what they did with the Vita, knowing what they did with the PlayStation PSP, what would Keith want from Sony now in a handheld form?
I would like to see Sony do what Sony does best, and that's improve upon like the things that we already have. I think when Sony comes out with handhelds, like if you look at the Game Boy Advance, the DS, and then what was it, the PSP, Sony improved upon all the things that Nintendo didn't do. And again with the Vita. So whatever the Switch is lacking, whatever these other devices are lacking, which pretty much isn't these ROG Allies, Steam Decks, they pretty much got everything. So in essence, Sony might just be able to come out with a Me Too device, but they usually do something unique or do something that's par for the course that we will want to see on a device. So I'm not really a Sony guy like that, so I don't really know in depth to what to say, but that's what I would like to see them do. Just show some type of efficiency with the battery, maybe with the heat, and all that other good stuff that Sony is really good with, but at a good price point. And that's what Kayvon talked about. And I don't think it's possible.
Is it getting too crowded? Is it already getting too crowded?
I don't think so. I think that name recognition, like when Microsoft decides to come out with theirs, it's gonna automatically, because of the name, shoot above the Steam Decks and the ROG Allies. For me, anyways, I think people are gonna be like, "Oh man, the new Xbox, yo, such and such is out." The Switch 2 pre-orders in Japan alone already outsold the Steam Deck. So that name recognition is key. So when
Let me say
PlayStation
this,
does it,
man.
when Microsoft does it, it's on.
Shouts out to you, Darkwing Dragon, man. I hate that you couldn't. I'm just reading the chat, man. I hate that you couldn't secure you one, bro. I know a lot of people a little frustrated with it, man. It was a process. That's what I'm saying. Last night was a doozy, so man, don't be frustrated, bro. I believe you're going to be able to secure one before the June 5th, man. I really do. But if I was you, I would go in the stores and just be make sure I get on them lists. And anytime they get something in or some opportunity to get one, I jump on it. But like I said, GameStop came through the clutch for me, and like I said, Walmart helped me down and gave me a little glimmer of hope. I just wasn't confident, so I just was blessed enough to secure one through GameStop, unlikely source. But go ahead, Keith. My bad. I just read some of the comments, and I saw that, man. Just wanted to send some encouragement.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I think you're gonna get one this year for sure. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, man. But let me read some of this. It says, let me see. It says everything we know about the PlayStation 6 and its rumored handheld version. So they're talking about the PlayStation 6 and a handheld version of the PlayStation 6. See, and that's right there. I don't think that model's going to work anymore.
No. That's what I was kind of getting at. Like that. Sorry. Go ahead.
You got to go either one way
Got
or
to pick
the
one.
other. Yeah, you got to pick one. I think Nintendo has really shown that you can't do both. It looks like the two biggest names in console gaming nearly a decade, but it looks like the two biggest names in console gaming for nearly a decade. They left out the four. Sony and Microsoft finally seem to be learning the lesson Nintendo taught them ages ago. Handhelds are in season, and it seems Sony imagines its next big release will be a full-on portable PlayStation 5. No, not that one. The real question is what it might be called and if it will be released alongside a whole new console generation, namely the PlayStation 6. We have our doubts Sony will suggest a necessarily low-power handheld console will be a sequel to the PlayStation 5 and especially the more powerful PlayStation 5 Pro. It may indicate Sony is anticipating a dual release with one console focused on performance and the other on portability. Either way, the little flecks of info falling out the grinding rumor mill suggests this upcoming console could be the side grade we've been hoping for. Whoever wrote this needs to learn how to write. A mobile PlayStation that can access your complete library of digital titles in a device you can slip into your back pocket. Late last year, reports from Bloomberg claimed Sony was hard at work on a handheld gaming device. There are still no details beyond the promise that it could be capable of playing PlayStation 5 games. That's enough to get the thoughts racing, even though there's still no hint of when we could see this handheld in action or whether it will sit alongside a PlayStation 6. While Microsoft has announced an official Xbox handheld, the company is reportedly working with Asus to create one slated for this year. HELL, Asus Republic Gaming Board, and Xbox have even added fuel to the rumor fire with cheeky teaser videos. We pretty much know that's a real reality. Sony has been much more reserved. The company released the PlayStation 5 Pro late last year, which supports a fair number of hardware upgrades beyond the much touted enhanced compartments of the GPU. As for the PlayStation 6, known leaker Kelper L2 on the NeoGAF forums claimed that the PlayStation 6 design is complete and farther hence the console could be running on next-gen AMD hardware. Some PlayStation diehards are betting on a 2027 release date. Sony normally works on a 6 to 7 year console cycle. With the PlayStation 5 debuting in 2020, I don't see Sony waiting too long to release a proper handheld, not when the competition is so fierce. Still, there's little left to a release date, but pure speculation. They really don't have nothing here. Let me see. Reuters report last year that Sony is sticking with AMD for PlayStation 6 chips. It suggests that the console may be compatible in some way with the PlayStation 5 games. Depending on when it launches. I told you whoever wrote this is the new CPU in a PlayStation 6 could be running on the modern Zen 5 architecture, or according to a few leaks we have on the supposed inevitable Zen 6 plus the chip maker's next-gen graphical architecture. The current version of the PlayStation 5 and Pro are running on a modified Zen 2 architecture, but without more specifics, we can only guesstimate the PlayStation 6's performance. Okay, so basically, they're saying that this new handheld will be a companion to the PlayStation 6. I'm going to say right off the rip, and I think you did say this, K-Bum, that's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for disaster, and I'm going to tell you why. Y'all couldn't pull it off when it was easier to pull it off. And we just saw Nintendo stop trying to do it. And that is trying to support two consoles.
Yep.
And so if it's going to be a companion to a box under your TV and you're going to have this almost like a actual powered portable with an actual brain and architecture within the portable, you're literally, let's look at the price of the PlayStation 5 Pro. It's $699, right?
Yeah.
And it's running what they just said, Zen 2 architecture, which that is all above my head. But I have enough insight to understand if it's Zen 2 and it costs $699 and you're talking about Zen 6 and 5, then that's what happens in 3 and 4. So that means you leaping some stuff, right? So I kind of said this in the chat a few days ago. Sony, this is going to price Sony out of the casual market. This is not affordable. Even in 2027, I don't think that will be affordable. And then you add in a device you got to buy to be a companion to play on the go. I don't see that working. That's just me. I don't care how powerful it is. If I gotta pay $800-900 for your set box under the TV, and then I gotta pay another $700 for your handheld device, that's $1,400. That's $1,500. Hey, I'm trying to live with my wife till we do death do we part. I don't want her to kill me and make that happen earlier. So I don't see this working. Go ahead.
This is kind of my rambling at the beginning. Sorry about that. This is kind of what I was trying to allude to, right? This supporting these two consoles, and this is one of the reasons, like I said, I didn't get the PSP and the Vita, and the reason why I prefer the Switch too, and why I was even probably would have preferred the Xbox system, because I think that they would position themselves that they would force developers to make the same games for the same system, because the fact they have the Xbox Series S, which is hovering around that range, and they've already made it a mandate for those games. But I think and the fact that the Xbox version will also be able to pick up and play those PC games most likely. So that's kind of why I stated what I stated. Um, I I I just don't think Sony will do it right. I guess it's my thing. I have confidence that Nintendo can and will make a good hybrid system. I have confidence in that. 150 million gives you confidence. I don't have that same confidence with Sony, even though Sony is my preferred system. But the reason why I like Sony is because of power. That's why I like Sony. That's why to me is difficult for me to say yes. I'll take a less powered system to play Sony games. I don't want that. The reason why I like you is because you make games that, like we're going to talk about, Ghost of Yote. That game is amazing, and I want to play that in the highest graphical setting I can play it. I don't want to. I don't care to sacrifice. And I think maybe Sony doesn't actually know their audience. That's why they keep making mistakes like the VR. Right? You create high def graphic games, so we love high def graphic games. But this mobile based game system, I don't know. I don't know. That's how I feel. I know I'm probably more typical Sony fan, and a lot of Sony fans, we love graphics. A lot of people love gameplay as well, but I play Sony for because they make my eyes bleed with how beautiful the games look, and I won't get that on the handheld. It has to sacrifice because it doesn't have the ability to push out the power that the home console does. And to me, that is not what I want from Sony. But that's my perspective.
Keith?
Oh man. And not only can you not push out those graphics, uh, it's gonna cost. And we already saw what happened with the PlayStation 5, and we talked about it on the podcast and how expensive everything had become because they started to shift their focus. K-Bone just laid it out for you. What most Sony fans want and why they keep coming back is they want those bleeding edge graphics, those deep stories, and they didn't do a lot this time around. So I don't know how they're going to manage unless they're playing the same games. I don't know how they're going to manage that Sony formula, having one particular game over here and then having another particular game over here. And we already know how expensive it is for them to make the Last of Us game. So I just don't see Sony doing it and being able to compete at a high level. Right. You don't want to split your audience. So I think Sony should just stick to what they're doing. It works. Everybody has their spot now. You know, when you look at it, Microsoft doing cloud stuff, the Game Pass, third party, Nintendo, finally got a system that can play the third party games because they always come with their games ready, hot and ready. You know what I'm saying? And PlayStation give us those deep story. That's why I'm not in a rush to get a PlayStation because I'm like, well, I can eventually play those games on the PC when they come, and I'm going to be able to enjoy those rich stories. I do like them. I really do. So I don't know. But like I said earlier, I'm curious if they do it. I'm curious to see what they come up with. But I don't have the same optimism with them like I would Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like I was already saying this some of the stuff in the chat when I was asking the question around. Do you think that Sony, in particular, Sony is threatened by Switch 2 and what the Switch 2 is able to do at this point? Going to what Nia said in an article that D2K wrote, talking about those diminishing returns, K-Bum hit it on the nail. And because I was saying this in the chat, but hearing him say it here on the podcast is taking my mind back to the thoughts I was having the other day when I was saying Sony's identity is around cutting edge. Like, the thing that they do is they sell you bleeding edge gaming. So all they games, the what's being pushed is the game needs power. They need power to tell their story. Sony story is cutting edge, next gen, the top of the line gaming, right? So PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Killzone, all the other games that was really just Uncharted 2, literally cinematic movies in your hand. Nathan Drake felt like a movie to me, and it was because of the cell processor and that next just pushing it to the limit, that's going to as far as you can go, that's affordable, and pulling them and pulling it back just enough to stay in the affordability. That's why the PlayStation 3 cost $600, because Sony put a lot under that original PlayStation 3 hood, that moon box, that spaceship that they had, that big old, I don't know what you would call inner tube, but that thing
was huge.
It was huge, but it had a PlayStation 2 in there, PlayStation 3 in there, cell processor, could do all this stuff. In order to make it to where you can afford it, they had to take all the vision that they had for it. They had to cut it back, give you the slim. That was just able. It was a PlayStation 3, but it wasn't as powerful as that original PlayStation 3. It wasn't as powerful, but it retained enough, and they got it down. They trimmed the fat enough to get it to an affordable state. PlayStation 4, they went very
simplistic.
Yeah, frugal. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah, simplistic.
Yeah, frugal too.
Because they used off-the-shelf parts. They didn't really try to formulate their own thing, but they still cutting edge. But they had to, because of all they endured with the PlayStation 3. But PlayStation 5, back to cutting edge. Now you got the PlayStation 5 Pro, cutting edge. But like what Keith said, and what I'm noticing is, and it goes to what K-Bum's saying, the fan base, you got to know, it ain't that they don't know. I think they do know their fan base. But it's going to be hard at this time to continue to give you that and be affordable. And to me, that's what this whole PlayStation 6 and a portable device to go along doesn't make any sense. And because to me, Sony's always trying to put that gap between itself. That's what distinguishes it from Nintendo, is that power gap. Not necessarily Microsoft. Microsoft has literally changed course. They look, we not chasing Sony no more. We not trying to beat them in the box. We got the most powerful box. It doesn't matter. They have the games people want to play, and Nintendo has the games people want to play. So we just going to buy studios, and we going to make money in a whole different way. And everything is an Xbox now. Wherever you want to play our games, no matter the graphics, no matter the what, we buying all these studios, and we just want you to be in our world and play our games. You can play it on the system of your choice. Just play our games. That's what Microsoft is doing now. So they kind of saying we going a different road. Sony is still beating that old path of power, and I think they have beat themselves into a place to where I don't know where they can really go at this point. That makes any sense, because if you go any farther, you might as well get a PC. It's no point, because you basically entry PC power and cost. You might as well get you an affordable PC and be like Keith. Wait till it come there, because it's not affordable anymore. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but this don't sound appealing to me. This sounds like some stuff on a paper that's just ideas and thoughts. This doesn't sound like something they actually gonna do. That doesn't make any sense to have two expensive platforms out at the same time in 2027. That makes no sense to me. Not when you see.
I actually hope they don't.
I don't believe this. I don't believe none of this. I believe a lot of this is we need to cut into some of the, I guess, the noise of the Switch 2 and what's going on here. I think Microsoft did the same thing with the Rogue Ally announcement. I think it's just to cut into some of to draw some eyes away. So it's still a competitive market. I don't see nothing wrong with it, But I don't see nothing real about this at all, man. I'm not even gonna waste my time playing Digital Foundry's video. I don't see nothing real about it. I really don't. I think it's. I don't think Microsoft. I don't think Sony is that stupid to do something like that. After you already did the PSP, and Yoshida even said it was hard, it was impossible. Yoshida said it was a daunting task and we couldn't keep up. Why would you, when you can't even hardly make games? Look at this, y'all. PlayStation 5 is how old, K-Bum? 2020, so 5 years old.
2020.
So it's pulling up on 5 years legitimately. How many first-party titles have we played?
Man, come on, man.
No, seriously. I just
it's not much, brother.
Ratchet and Clank.
Oh Lord, we gonna count.
Spider-Man 2.
Both Spider-Mans. Both Spider-Mans.
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales on PS4.
Okay, exclusive to 5, yeah. So that's 2.
Okay.
Returnals.
That's first party. I think that was also that's first party.
That's on PlayStation 5.
Astrobot. Oh God, it's getting thin.
I don't count Roland. I don't count Stellar Blade.
Helldivers?
No, they're not first party.
They're not first party.
Helldivers.
Helldivers is not first party.
No, right.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm saying first party. They don't look. That's what I was looking like. We already struggling to get games right now from PlayStation, and y'all talking about 2 devices, and one is trying to do what the current PlayStation do, and then a whole nother new system that's supposed to be beyond the PlayStation, and y'all think y'all gonna get some games? And Mike, let me hear this.
Slap yourself!
Horizon. That wasn't.
Why y'all think we
was
getting
it.
so
What's
many
that
remakes, y'all? Why do you think we getting Last of Us remake part 2.0 or 2.5? They giving us all these remakes because, one, they screwed up with those hero shooters. That's one. And these games.
Oh yeah, Concord. There we go, Concord.
Which
What?
failed.
There we go. I did it.
Man, they right now, y'all got to understand what
they
we're
screwed
looking
it
at.
up.
Don't be stupid. It's a reason why you don't see a pro from Microsoft.
Yeah, they said they weren't doing it.
They said they wasn't doing it. They let Sony have it. Throw it out there. They went a whole different direction. They like, we got to make money. You want to play on that Fire Stick? Hey, you want to play? Are we going to go over here to Rogue Ally and we're going to partner with them and let them make us a Rogue Ally with Xbox on it? Or something, brothers, y'all better, if y'all don't see what's going on, y'all ain't looking hard enough. We are hitting a place to where it's not going to be much affordable. Nintendo lagged behind long enough to catch up at the right moment. This is scary.
If Nintendo is charging $450,
Right.
then mobile gaming with high end graphics is expensive.
Right. And they got like true parity. This Super NES vibes, and I don't think Sony can really do much to adjust to this right now, especially right now. I don't think they could do anything with this ride out the wave because they threw what they had out there and can't nobody afford it. And honestly, don't nobody want it because we happy with the PlayStation 5.
Ish.
I know I am.
For the game that's on it, yeah.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, I don't feel like I've even scratched the surface of this system yet. Which brings up this game right here.
Well, before we jump into this, I do have something I want to say that Digital Foundry said about the PlayStation that made me. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I do want to say this. With what he said made me rethink my position. It brought a little clarity to maybe this is how they're thinking when it comes to the Switch. So Rich was Switch to.
Let me keep it up. I had it up. Was it on the article that I had up?
No, it was a video. It was the video. I'll be A video that Digital Foundry did
on the PlayStation 5. I mean,
on the handheld leak.
dang, I had
But
it
we
up.
have to play the we have to play the video. It's
Oh,
cool.
okay,
I just
cool.
want
I
to say
had
this
it
one
up.
part. This one
I
part.
took it out. All right, good.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Rich was talking about the PlayStation leak, and he was talking about how he believes it should have no issues playing the PS4 games at PS4 level. Right, it has no problem playing those PS4 games, and it should be perfectly adequate doing that. When he talked about next gen, he talked about could in 2026 or 27 could a PlayStation Portable play games on the level of Xbox Series S. He actually said that was a I was trying to use the words that he used like a tall task, like a a very very hard thing to reach. And he's talking about a portable system in 2026 and 2027. And he kind of stated his reasons why. One, he talked about the power management. Again, he talked about the 15, I think it was 1500 or something watts, but I
Yeah.
think it was low. It was low. And he also talked about how the Xbox Series S is a 7 nanometer chip, and the PlayStation Portable system was going to be a 3 nanometer chip. And he was said it's going to be hard fetch for a system to with that type of chip to reach the Xbox Series S levels of graphics. And so it made me rethink, well, maybe this is why he positioning himself on not putting the Switch 2 in that same category. Because he's talking about a system that's 2 to 3 years down the line, still not getting to Xbox Series S numbers. And like I say, he said that 3 nanometer chip better be doing some heavy lifting in order to get there. And so it made me question that maybe he doesn't think handhelds in general are an Xbox Series S level. So go ahead.
I think he's more talking about raw power, not, and that's where he was losing me at. Cause right, raw power. No, you won't never get Xbox Series S and a handheld that's meeting the raw power of an Xbox Series S, but you get a handheld that can accomplish and achieve what the Xbox Series S can achieve with modern architecture. And that's where he was confusing me, because in that same breath when he said that, he also said some other things, because he said he believed that the PlayStation, whatever that PlayStation Portable will be in between the Series S and the PlayStation 5. So raw power wise, no. Because the Switch 2 is not raw power, is nowhere near Xbox Series S. But architecture wise and smartly being built and utilizing modern trickery, absolutely can probably far outsee, at that 2027, I think it'll be out to be like what the Switch is now. Like, it'll be able to do even more of that type of stuff and fake it. Because the Switch is really, honestly, is faking it. It's faking it. It's not, well, I don't know if faking it is the right word.
It's fake. It's fake frames. I mean, we know that.
It, but
That's what frame generation is.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
faking the funk, but it don't matter. You don't care if it's faking it. It looks real to you. So
can't tell the difference.
right. So that's where it's gonna be the difference. So raw power, right. He right, but to me that's kind of, he be losing me in some of that stuff. But anyway, any other thing on that?
That was it. Like I said, it kind of changed the way I position his conversations about the Switch. That maybe he isn't hating on it. Maybe he just don't feel that these portable devices can reach that level. And so I just want to give that piece.
Yeah, I don't think he hating on it. I don't. It ain't that he hate. It's just, to me, that's why I use the word conformative bias. It's like there's other ways to achieve better looking visuals than just raw power. And to me, it can achieve better, but even though it's not more powerful, because of what is designed to do, will allow it to do things that look better, even though it's not as powerful. And we kind of already seeing that. But
Yeah.
I'm interested, but let's look at this game because this is why I'm not as concerned about the PlayStation 5 and not really concerned about getting the PlayStation 5 Pro or even thinking about a PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 6. And that's because of games like this. I don't think this is ever going to look ugly. This is Ghost of Yote.
Unreal.
Do we really need anything beyond this right now?
A wandering spirit seeking vengeance.
It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Who are you?
Hold that dog, come on. I got something to say about that.
I thought we killed your whole family.
It made me
Snake. The Oni. The Kitsune. The spider. The dragon. Lord Saito.
What are we going to do with this one, Saito? I'm sorry. It came to this
This is what Sony do.
little wolf.
They do stories.
It's beautiful. Even the presentation of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they do this well.
They did give a disclaimer that it is a mix between cinematics and gameplay.
I believe it. It ain't gonna be too far from this though.
Right.
Situ Rainu. Why do you always call me that? It means one who is easily lost in the hunt.
Can the PlayStation 4 run it?
Man, stop it.
And this right here is the problem that they have. These games look
I have to go
amazing.
home. Back where all this started.
There ain't much else you can do to make them look even more amazing. There's not much you can do at an affordable place in order to make that game look noticeably just something like, oh my God, that looks terrible in comparison. I don't even think nobody even got PCs that can afford a PC that can do that. So
I disagree with that, but I think it's just the developer.
you get what I mean? Like
Developer.
you gotta have a top end PC to make some or to play something that looks noticeably better than what you just saw.
It's the art style, man.
It's
It
the art
is
style.
it is the art style that make this. I mean, the graphics are beautiful. It is the art style. It's because every scene is like a painting.
Yeah.
And like when she's running that field of blue, I don't know if it's grass or whatever it is,
On the horse,
but and the blue floral on the ground or leaves
it's
or
whitish blue flowers.
yes. Oh, it's the art, bro. It's the art style for me. And Sucker Punch is knocking it out the park because Ghost of Tsushima was like this, and this looks like on a whole nother level.
But that's my thing. And Nia hit it out the nail. She said something that I think is poignant. She says the PlayStation 5 could be here another 5 more years, to be honest. And I believe it. Like, to me,
I believe that.
Sony right now, I don't understand. The only thing that makes sense to me to why you may want to try to bump up the power is to put that gap between yourself and Nintendo that's always existed. Because other than that, to me, there is no need for more power right now. If you can make what you just made, I don't know about y'all. I'm good for another 5 years with games looking like this. I didn't feel a rush to get a PlayStation 5, to be honest with you. I just want an Astrobot. Now, can I tell the difference between the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5? Yes, but it's more on a stability and frame rate and the ray tracing, but visually and artistically, it's not far from 4. If I look at Ghost of Tsushima, it was to me similar and had a similar strength in art style that these games got.
Yeah, it's the PlayStation 4 is what makes it separate from the rest. Is the fact that utilization of ray tracing, but it's still not
PlayStation
even
5,
close
you
to.
mean?
Yeah, 5. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. To the 5 to the 4 is the use of ray tracing and it's not even used on the same level that the PC space is. They're still lacking in ray tracing. It's good, but it's not. It's not the I forget what the full the ray what they call on Cyberpunk, the new Cyberpunk. It's a different type of ray tracing they got where they go it traces like several times to get to the graphics that they have. You know what I'm talking about, Key? It's a different type of tracing.
It's a name. Something. Hold on.
You know what I'm talking about, but it's the next level of ray tracing. Path tracing. There we go.
Path tracing. That's it.
Path tracing, and that's the next level of ray tracing, and PCs can do it, but your PS5 will blow up trying to do something like that. It would blow into many pieces. But yeah, it's not that big of a difference, and this game proves that you don't need a pro, and pro may look better, slightly better, but this game, even on the 4, can hold up to anything else.
I'm showing PlayStation. I want y'all. We just watched Ghost of Yote on the PlayStation 5, and that was probably PlayStation 5 Pro visuals. This is Ghost of Tsushima Legends. This is the trailer on the PlayStation 4. And I want y'all to look at it. Now, don't get me wrong, Yote looks better, but you couldn't, if I didn't tell you this was PlayStation 4, you wouldn't have knew it was PlayStation 4. It looks amazing on the PlayStation 4.
It does.
And that's the problem that we're running into. Here we are, got a whole new system. And if I didn't tell you that this wasn't PlayStation 5, you could tell. I could tell on this scene that when you saw on PlayStation 5. But this game looked amazing artistically, graphically, the whole 9, even on the PlayStation 4. And it still and here's the thing. It still holds up now. You can't tell me, this looks too terrible. I can't play this. Nothing about this game looks terrible.
No.
This game still looks good. And this is PlayStation 4. And this is not even the game. This is that came on what me and you was playing.
The multiplayer thing.
Yeah, let me actually find the actual
original trailer.
Let me go to the original trailer. And then we get out of here. I just want y'all to see, and it, like I said, it goes to what Nia is saying. We're at a place where, man, it ain't much else they can do to really separate these games visually, because they making games look so amazing already. Last of Us didn't look noticeably better than Last of Us on the PlayStation 4. It looked better, but it didn't make me feel bad because I played it on the PlayStation 4 first. I could have played The Last of Us 2 on the PlayStation 4 and wouldn't have had no issues.
Now, I did like the upgrades. I started the original Last of Us on the PS3, and with the PS4, that was an upgrade because of the frame rate. It definitely looked better. But the Last of Us 2, no, the Last of Us 2, it's a beautiful. Like I said, I just finished it on the 5. It's a beautiful game, regardless.
Yeah, I would like to play it on my PC. I do want to say say this. You level, you had mentioned frame rates and stuff like that, but my thing is being able to make
I
like
answer that, Nia.
bigger
I answer that in a second.
to make bigger worlds and stuff like that. Like I heard a rumor that every space in Grand Theft Auto 6 or every building can be entered. Like that's the type of
What?
realism. That's what I heard. Um,
Okay,
That's
bro, you see
crazy.
this? This is on the
that's the type of
PlayStation 4,
stuff.
bro.
That's the type of stuff that we're hoping to get. Like having better visuals is great, but having more dynamic, real, lived-in worlds is hopefully something that I want to see. I want to see that from Nintendo's for sure because of what they did with like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, and how they tried to make the depths and all the other stuff. So I think they're going to try to push that, but they're probably going to have to sacrifice visuals in the process, whereas other companies won't sacrifice the visuals and
This
won't
game,
go as depth.
K-Bump, this game looks amazing on the PlayStation 4. So Nia said, I want to read what she said, and I'm gonna explain where my issue really lied with Digital
And
Foundry.
better physics.
Level, you are championing the PlayStation 4, which I always have. But you were mad at Digital Foundry for saying that the Switch 2 looked like PlayStation 4. So what's really up, friend? The problem my problem with Digital Foundry was not necessarily saying that the PlayStation that the Switch 2
Switch.
games look like PlayStation 4 games. That wasn't really my issue because I think PlayStation 4 games look amazing. My issue was the narrative of last gen. And people would tend to think something's not worth your time because of like when you saw their coverage of the supposed PlayStation portable, it didn't say last, it said next gen. And to me, I felt like they should be saying the same thing about the Switch 2, that it's a next gen device, because it is. Even though it may have games that look like PlayStation 4, it may have games that look even better than this or can do things that beyond this. But I don't know. Right now, it ain't too many games that look better than Ghost of Tsushima. Period. On the PlayStation 5. Ain't too many games that look better than Ghost of Tsushima because it comes down to, like K-Bone said, and I'm glad he said it, it comes down to the art. So it wasn't about them comparing it to the PlayStation 4. It was about them saying it was last gen. That whole last gen narrative, I just felt like was disingenuous. It's not a last gen device. So
Whatever yellow they using for these trees, I ain't never seen a yellow like that in my
man,
life.
this game, and this is, and the reason I'm showing
Grapefruit.
y'all this is because this is exactly how this game looked. This is not faking. This is not
CGI. Nah,
CGI.
this is how it
This
look.
game looked just like this on the base model PlayStation 4.
I had a pro at the time, but yeah, you're right.
I mean, for me, I had the base level. And when I put it on the PlayStation 5, it did give it 60 frames per second, smooth. But man, this game looked amazing. So even when you see Yote, Yote ain't just blowing this out the water. It looks better, but it's really not blowing this game out the water when you look at it visually. Any other thing? Let me see. I thought I had it up. Here it is, right here.
Well, I do want to say at one point, someone brought up in the chat, somebody kind of crazy. We were talking about ugly games, and it's kind of hard to make ugly games. And someone did mention an ugly game that was made, and that was that Last of Us on the Switch. I don't know if you
That was
remember
me,
that
man.
level. We,
That was me.
oh, I know it was you. That's why I said almost somebody stupid said it, but I didn't want to be so rude.
What you say, K? I missed it. I was reading. What you say?
No, well, somebody was talking about, Nia said, it's hard to make ugly games. And somebody did bring up a very ugly game this generation, which was the Last of Us on the Switch. I know you remember when we actually reviewed that game. And somebody made The Last of Us on the Switch, and it was horrendous.
Horrible, bro.
Lord, I remember that. That's in my nightmare still. Good Lord.
All right. So again, we in a good spot in gaming. I don't feel no rush. I want a Nintendo's platform. I want that Mario Kart World, and we got the bundles, K-Bun. We in there. I still wanted I wanted the physical version, but I already got a plan. See, my birthday is on that Sunday, the 1st. So my plan is to get my son to get me the Pro controller for the Switch 2 for my birthday, and then I'm gonna have my wife to possibly get me Cyberpunk for the Switch 2. Yeah, I already got Street Fighters. I ain't gonna get anything I already got on my PlayStation. I don't need it on the Switch. So I'm like, what else could I get that I don't have to play alongside Mario Kart? And I was like, hey, let's get the game that's really gonna be pushing the system and really showing off what it can do. So I was like, you know what? They ain't giving me Metroid Prime right now. I go ahead and give Cyberpunk some support on the Switch too. Like, support CD Projekt Red, but I'm gonna have my wife to give me that and my son to give me that.
They doing it right because they actually have the physical copy of the game, unlike other people who are using the game key.
Yeah. Which brings me to my final thought. We can go. Are we getting the cameras? Are we getting the camera, y'all?
You better ask Keith first.
Keith, now, K-Bun, you don't have to get the Switch camera. You can get your own camera as long as it's USB-C. It supports. Keith, we getting the camera, bro?
I thought we don't cuss on this podcast. What you say? No, I'm playing. I probably will. I'll probably get a camera. I don't know if I'm gonna get that camera.
I'm contemplating, man. I want to see how other cameras work first. If they work and I can get a cheaper camera, then I may get the cheaper, probably better camera. But now, with the camera, even though it works with any camera, will you be able to still do all the same stuff that camera can do?
Yeah, because the technology is in the.
It's in the system.
It's in the system. It's in the system. It's not in the camera, so it doesn't matter.
I might just give me a actual.
Get that Pro controller first, though.
Yeah, I'm getting that Pro controller. I'm definitely getting that Pro controller. Laugh out loud. I pre-ordered the camera. Nia, shouts out to you.
Hold up. Before we get off, I do got something I want to add.
Pause.
Somebody's learning.
See, I could do it too. I don't do that.
The Padawan has become the teacher. Before we sign off, can't make that one bad. I got a question I want to ask you guys.
What's up, bro? Paid enthusiast as well. I forgot y'all. I'm seeing y'all all down. What's up, Joe?
Yeah, I ain't seen Paid in a good minute. I'm happy to hear. A question I'm gonna ask you first, Keith. First game, other than you're not getting the bundle, so your first game that you're going to. What's the first game you're going to buy for your
first game I'm going to get for the Switch 2 is Mario Kart.
It's Mario Kart. Bet. First game first game that you're going to buy because you're getting the bundle. So what's the first game you're going to buy?
Like I said, my wife. I'm gonna try to get my wife to get me Cyberpunk, and then the first game I'm going to buy will probably be Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I may get Hades. But
man, that game. Hades 2?
Yeah,
Hades 2 or Hades 1? Hades 2? Yeah, I gotta get.
And that racing game from the one that they had. Shannon, I might get their title because it's gonna be affordable. I'm pretty sure Shannon's game probably gonna be like $30, so I'll probably get Cyberpunk, Bonanza in July, and the Shannon title, and then after that, whenever Yote come out, I'm gonna get Yote, and then hopefully by then we know with Metro Prime. But I think Nintendo gonna have another direct. And they got some other games that they ain't showing because they ain't showed us
for Bonanza.
Yeah, because if Bonanza coming out in July, I'm talking about Nintendo got to give they holiday stuff. This is just none of this. Mario Kart is to sell it at lunch, but they gonna have a holiday title and they gonna have some holiday stuff.
You think Metroid can carry the holiday?
I don't think that's what I'm saying. I don't think it is Metroid. I'm saying clearly Nintendo gonna have. If they already given us, remember what you said, Keith? You was like, man, you didn't want them to give us Mario Kart
I did not.
for
He's
this
right.
very reason, right? One of these was one of the reasons you felt like Mario Kart was strong enough. You don't need to put that because it can basically regalvanize sales. It can cause people to want to go get. So you give it at the front. Well, that's why you got what we just got because people want that cart. So, we didn't even talk about this, man. All you people, we got so caught up in our trying to get it, we didn't have a discussion. All you hypocrites out there who complained about the Switch 2 and its price and you ain't getting it and don't get it, don't support them, drop the price. I see all you hypocrites now complaining that you couldn't secure a Switch 2. But I thought you didn't want a Switch 2. Now you're mad because you couldn't get one. I don't know if y'all noticed, but there's a lot of people who did not want a Switch 2, complaining about the Switch 2, mad now because they couldn't get the Switch 2. Crazy to me, man. Any thoughts on that before we get out of here? That was one of our topics. We just kind of skipped right on.
Yeah, can't scan past that.
Yeah, man. I was getting annoyed with all the negative stuff that people have been saying about the Switch. It's too expensive. Y'all $80 games. Yeah, that blah. And then the day comes. April 24th. I gotta get it. Fiending like crack fiends. Just I gotta get it. You in the way. No, stand over there. You was hating. Stay over there. Don't mess up my pre-order. I'm the one that said I wanted it. Now you got two of them. You said you didn't want it. You got two. Nah, you in the way.
Man.
Yeah, they was hating. Hypocrites.
Hard hypocrites, and now they got it. What's the one dude that I don't watch at all that don't make nothing but shot jock clickbait hate videos? He wasn't getting the Switch. I don't want the Switch. As soon as the pre-order stuff came up, he got his video up. I think I'm going to get the Switch. Like, brother, you was always going to get the Switch. You were just on that bandwagon trying to get you a few little hate clicks to get those individuals who going to come over there and be in the comments so they can get they reassurance and confirmation and happy feet tickled by other people to give them that itch. And they going to turn around and they going to get the Switch. It's like, brother, stop playing. This thing, I'm curious how many they unsold already. Like, where are we at?
I am too.
Yeah, I'm really curious how many Switches have already sold just over last night. I mean, over last night to today. You think it's in the 6-7 million?
That's what I heard. I heard a rumor that they think it's going to top out at like 8 million.
Man,
but I don't know. I do want to see those final numbers.
Yeah, I want to see that. So all that drop the price. I know people was mad. Don't get me wrong, I was too. But I knew I was getting Mario Kart. That's why I was mad at Keith for sitting up there making us all feel goofy because we knew we was getting it. But I still wanted to complain a little bit. But we in there.
Hey, speaking of,
go ahead.
I want to say this before we get out of here. Kit and Krista, yeah, I'm saying their names. I watched one of their videos today, and they were so mad. Nintendo should have did better. Nintendo don't work for Best Buy. Don't work for Target. What you mean? That made me mad to hear them say that. And it feel like they've been a lot more negative than they used to be. I guess because they feeling disgruntled because they don't work there no more, or however they were not. I don't know the situation of why they're not there no more. Did they get fired? They just walked away. But they was killing me. And they love Nintendo. They're gonna be playing it, but all this negativity. it's annoying.
I I think it's hard for them to process the moves Nintendo is making now because it's so foreign from what Nintendo would have done when they was there. Even Reggie had some words to say about that welcome tour not being a pack in. Like even Reggie was kind of like, but Reggie's not there no more. He kind of even had some some shade to throw at Nintendo. Like I said, like we said, Keith, this is not the same Nintendo. It's clearly not. They're not in the same place. They have and this, I guess I asked this question. I think K-Bone, you said you didn't. I think you answered and said you don't agree. But Nintendo kind of has positioned themselves, in my opinion, in that spot that Sony really enjoyed with PlayStation 2, with the switch with the PlayStation to PlayStation 2. I think Nintendo is actually found themselves in a similar place with Switch to Switch 2, like Sony was with PlayStation to PlayStation 2. Not everybody has ever experienced that, and it gives you a little latitude to do some things in a way that others might not be able to do it because you have the momentum, you have the hot item. Now, hopefully, they don't get such a big head that they screw it up, but they have managed to get through the tariffs. They have managed to, so far, they have managed, and they doing all right. But it's still a lot. It's still a long ways to go. So I ain't saying they out the woodwork. They can mess this up, but clearly people like, okay, I don't want to play this, but get out my way, move out the way. I'm trying to get my Switch too. But yeah, man. Anything else?
I did want to answer my own question. I ain't get a chance to answer my own question of the first game that I'm gonna buy.
Oh, okay, my bad, kid. But I didn't know you wanted to
No,
do
no,
that.
no, it's all good. No, it's okay. We hit the tangent. We had to run with it. No problem. I don't think you can guess. Keith, the first game I'm gonna buy. 'Cause I'm getting Mario. I'm getting the bundle, so that's already
So you
there.
already got caught.
But so
Wait. You want me to guess or you wanted to say it?
I'm not. You can guess, but I don't think you better get it.
And it's a launch title. I need a little.
It's not a Nintendo title.
It's not a Nintendo title, but it is coming
No.
out the day of the Switch.
I don't know when it's coming out. It should because it's out now. That's a clue.
Okay.
That's a
Street
clue.
Fighter.
No,
The heck no.
I think I know what it is. It's a Ubisoft title.
Absolutely. Nope.
It's not a Ubisoft title.
It is not. Like I said, I don't. I play these type of games, but it's it's usually.
Civilization.
There we go. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Civ 7. Yep.
Yeah, you want the mouse pointer, the pointer controls.
Hey, that's the only time I'll use the mouse.
I mean,
I was thinking of Outlaws or
Mm-mm. Those are graphical intense games. So I want to see it on the highest graphics I can. Civ 7 is not. That is a portable game. And I will take that on the go.
Okay, let me ask you something, K-Bum, before we get up, because we normally go almost 3 hours, but I don't want to keep us here much longer because
Yeah.
we was in good time.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you have the Switch 2,
Mm-hmm.
and you just said those third-party titles that are you mostly gonna be buying that on the PlayStation because you want the full graphical experience.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you, sir, what will be the next Nintendo first-party title you're gonna get?
That I buy?
Yeah.
Probably none. That's why GameFly is gonna be my friend.
Well, okay. What game? What's your first? What would be the first GameFly reserve title from Nintendo that you're gonna get? What would be the first one? Because I know you're not getting Bonanza, so.
No, I'm not messing with Donkey Kong. You can kick rocks with that.
Metroid?
It depends on what Metroid actually looks like. Well, I get some more view of the gameplay because it looks like something I wouldn't want to play. From everything I've seen so far, it looks like a type of game that I don't want to play.
Metro just seems
So
like the type of game you would play from what I understand.
one thing is first person.
Backtracking.
It's first person. You want to off the bat, you want to call that it is first person. I don't like first person games. And bro, I don't like first person. I've said that many times on the cast. But and backtracking is another one, and I just it doesn't visually look appealing to me. I've said that on cast, and people say I'm wrong for that. I mean that's cool, but it doesn't visually look appealing to me. The world looks kind of bland to me, but that's my take on it. So maybe, but I need to see more that makes me want to play it because I don't see it yet.
Okay, well we got years to go because we know this is gonna be another 8 years before we get anything.
It's gonna be around.
So we got time. So anyway, we know you playing Mario Kart World.
Hades 2 would probably be the game. Maybe Hades 2 if I don't get it on the PlayStation 5. Maybe Hades 2.
Okay. But anyway, with that being said, we're gonna wrap it up. We got to Switch 2, people. For those who didn't get it, like Jake encouraged me, I say keep trying. Like I said, you might have a lot of people that's like me that may have had 2 or 3, and they might decide, hey, I'm gonna let this one go because I got it from Best Buy, or I got it from over here like I wanted to. So you might see a lot of cancellations over the next few weeks. So just keep your nose, out there, man, and sniffing around to see what you can find because you might never know what you might stumble up on. I got mine at GameStop. I had it at Walmart. I let the Walmart one go, and prayerfully and hopefully that nothing changes with GameStop. But we in there with the bundle. I should have Cyberpunk and a Pro Controller. I already got 2 Switch Pro Controllers and 2 sets of Joy-Cons. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 controllers at that point. All Mario Kart shall be enjoyed. Did you know about this, that Mario Kart in 4 players drops down to 30 frames per second?
Yeah, I did.
It makes sense.
Does it do that currently?
On the Switch, probably.
Okay.
It makes sense though.
It makes sense. But yeah,
it's producing 4 images, so
right, man. This is finna be. Oh, I'm finna have a good time, man. Oh, I can't wait to do
that old line better be good.
I'm taking off June 5th, June 6th, and then I may even take off that following Monday just to make sure I got all my Switch 2.
No, you need to take it off so you can bring me mine.
Yeah, I gotta bring you yours. I should be up that way somewhere in that time frame though. So it's all
good. I won't be rushing. It's all good.
Okay, but with that being said, this was a live Level Up podcast. We got our switches, y'all. We in there. You know if K-Bub don't want, we go doing something right. So with that being said, I'm gonna let this dude sign out first. Go ahead, K-Bub.
I enjoyed the podcast. I enjoyed the chat. You guys were again in the comment section. You guys always come through, entertain us as well. And this will be my first Nintendo system that I have ever purchased with my own money. Yes, that is a true statement. This would be the first Nintendo that other than the Switch, the last Nintendo system I owned was the original NES.
Man.
Yeah. That's the last Nintendo system I owned. So yeah. what a time. But anyway, enjoy the podcast, enjoy the comment section. Can't wait till next week. Get some more drama. And enjoy. Have a great weekend.
All right, yeah, I'm taking off, man. I'm probably have my wife out there with me so I can make sure I can bring K-Bub She off work during that time because she's teaching, so she'll be in summertime. Go ahead, Mr. Norris.
Yes, sir. It's a great podcast tonight. Switch 2 is secured all around the board. Can't wait to play it. Can't wait to see more of the games they've shown so far. Hopefully they show some more Metroid coming up here soon. But God is good, man. And yeah, man, we in that thing.
Yeah. God is good. So it's too many of y'all in here tonight, but y'all had a load of this. Man, I'm going back through here. I called all y'all names out. I'm not enough. Not enough. Thank you for showing up.
I've been up all night.
Yeah, man, I'm tired.
Boss, he said he's tired.
Yeah, I'm tired, man. Straight all night getting this one on Walmart. Just turn around and go get that in GameStop. Nothing matters, we got it. So, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back next time. Same place, same time next week. This is the Live 11 Game Podcast. Y'all stay blessed, safe. We see you then. Deuces.
We got smash bros though.